Hi, ladies. Welcome back to the Style Your Dreams podcast. It's me, Carrie, and I'm so excited to be with you ladies once again. And today I have a special conversation because it's something that's on a lot of people's minds as the weather starts to get crisp outside and we're transitioning our wardrobes now that it's September. So today I want to talk to you about fall fashion. The September issue of Vogue is out. All of the fashion magazines, the websites, everything's talking about fall fashion. So I just wanted to break it down for you because I know a lot of people listening to me rely on me to tell them what's hot and how to wear it. And so I want to help you out. So I'm going to be really honest with you. When I first started looking at what were the trends for fall fashion, watching the fashion shows online, I have to say, I wasn't that excited. Sometimes when you look at what the trends are or you watch the fashion shows, it looks like, in fact, my thoughts are, I could never wear any of that. Like, what am I supposed to wear to incorporate the trends this season? And to be honest, you have to just dig a little deeper to find things that work for you, your lifestyle, and more importantly, your brand. So if you've been here for any length of time and have listened to any of my podcasts or any podcasts I've been on, you know that I am big on creating a first impression that suits you and makes you feel gorgeous and fits who you are on the inside. And it really does pull the essence of who you are on the inside to the outside. That's my biggest message that I always preach to people is don't be haphazard about how you get dressed, but rather shine, have it shine and really have a message that shines through about who you are and what you're up to in the world. So with that in mind, I'm always looking for fall fashion and trying to navigate how can we make it wearable. So it's not, who cares if you're wearing a trend if it doesn't look good or if it's not wearable or if it doesn't match your brand. So what I tried to do this year in a new way is break it down and make it super simple. I picked the most wearable trends. And I have a guide that I'll put in the show notes for you to actually see it. And I'm referencing the guide while we talk today. But I want you to consider, how do you incorporate the fall trends into your already existing wardrobe? Now, there are some trends that I'm going to talk about that you're going to say, no way. There's no way I could wear that. There's no way that would look good on me. There's no way that fits my style. And that's okay. You don't have to wear all the trends. But it might be fun to incorporate one or two, and it might even be more fun to get out of your box. So there are things that in the past I may have put on that didn't fit my personality or the brand I was out to create. And then years later, it came back around and I thought, oh my gosh, yes, I'm incorporating this. I feel gorgeous in this, etc. So I invite you to play with it and see how you can incorporate it. So let's jump in. So we're going to go over the trends. So right now, a big trend is fringe. You'll see it on jackets, sweaters, pants, purses. I've even seen it on shoes. So you're going to see it a little on everything. Now, fringe is interesting. It kind of reminds me of the Wild Wild West, right? It reminds me of like an old cowboy show or something. But the fringe of today is much more stylish and updated. And I will also tell you, fringe is not something that you're ever going to find almost always in my wardrobe. It doesn't fit my brand. It doesn't fit my messaging. It doesn't feel good for me. And the only way I would probably do fringe is in a purse, maybe a shoe. Ooh, fun, maybe a boot, now that I think about it. But so fringe is a trend that I'm probably not going to incorporate in my wardrobe. But I have seen many of people look unbelievable in fringe, and I've recommended it for clients. So there's ways to wear fringe in a great way that's fun and edgy and playful. So if that's the look that you're going for, fringe could be amazing for you. Okay, next up is one of my favorites, which is leather, or I love these days, they're now doing so much faux leather, which is awesome. So if you're somebody who wants vegan leather, this is your route to go. So tons of designers, from lower end designers to high end designers, they're all doing leather or faux leather trends. And what I'm loving that I'm seeing this year is they're doing it in dresses, shirts, of course, pants, skirts, and I love it. I've already bought a couple items for myself. I think I bought an Alice and Olivia faux leather dress, which I love, and then a Tarte t-shirt. It's a short sleeve shirt, and on the back it's kind of t-shirty material, and in the front it's faux leather, and it's a v-neck. And I'm loving these, and they're great to incorporate with your real leather if you have that as well. The other cool thing about this leather trend is they're doing it in all different colors. So I've seen red leather and camel leather and browns and blacks. So that's a really fun trend that it kind of goes in and out of style over the years. If you noticed it, I had a pair of leather pants, 20 years ago. And I never wanted to let go of them, which is funny. So I put them in a different closet. And then when they come back in style, I pull them out and wear them because they're still timeless and amazing. And then I'll put them back away when they go out of style, and then I'll pull them back out. So that's a reminder to self, it's time to pull them out again. So if you have something like that, now's your time to really rock it. I even love the smell of leather, or especially like a new car leather smell or a new jacket. Like, I love the smell of leather. So one fun way that I've seen a leather dress or faux leather dress be worn recently is with another trend, which is sheer tops. So wearing a sheer top underneath a short sleeve or sleeveless leather or faux leather dress is super hot. So let's talk about sheer tops. So the big trend was sheer clothing. And of course, on the runways, they show sheer dresses with just either no bra or maybe a bra and underwear, which is the unwearable part of the trend. And then the wearable part of the trend is I love sheer shirts, sheer tops that you can either put a tank top or a camisole underneath it. Or if you want that edgy, risque look, like you're walking down the street in Paris, you can just wear a sexy bra with some lace on it. And that's a great way to pull off this look. And then you can also layer things on top of the sheer blouse. If you want to be a little more conservative, you can put it underneath a dress or something else that's fabulous. But I highly recommend that you play around with the sheer trend because it's beautiful, it's feminine, it's light, it's just gorgeous. And they have solid prints, florals, with a mock neckline or V-neck or button down. They're all over the place. So find one that really does accentuate you and your style. That's an easy trend to incorporate this year. And again, if you're someone who likes the sheer dress with a thong and no bra or a bra, go for it. You just have to own it. I'm sure you would get a million looks on the street if you had it on in Denver, but you do you, is what I have to say. Okay, next trend is, again, one that comes in and out, but it's so easy and it's so wearable, which is the cowl neck shirt. I love a good cowl neck. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm just going to try to have you visualize this. It's a top that has a loose neckline that kind of gathers a little bit, but it's flowy. So cowl necks are great because, again, they expose your décolleté area, which expresses your openness, availability. It's a very great if you want to appear soft and feminine. Cowl neck tops are awesome for this. And I love a good silk cowl neck top whether it be long sleeve or sleeveless or short sleeve. I feel like you can throw it under a blazer, put it on with jeans, put it on with slacks or a skirt. You can wear it so many different ways, and it flatters every single woman's figure. So I highly recommend the cowl neck. And again, it goes in and out of style, but I think mostly the last, year or two, it's mostly been more in than out. Same with the next one. So peplum is very, very big. This fall, you're going to find it in all the stores. Every designer, I feel like, has some version of the peplum top. And it's fun and flirty. The one thing I'm going to caution you is if you are someone that's fuller figured in your hips, like your stomach and your hips, you would want to find the right peplum. I am not saying you can't wear peplum. I'm saying you'd want to find the right peplum. So I carry most of my weight in my hips. And so therefore, when I try on peplum tops, sometimes it just doesn't work right on me. They don't sit right. They don't feel right. So I don't really have a lot in this category in my closet, but it doesn't mean I'm not open to trying them. I do have a great blazer that's peplum that I absolutely love. So it's a matter of finding the right item inside each category that accentuates the amazing parts of your figure and takes away from the parts where you want to camouflage it. So peplum, you can get blazers, you can get sweaters, you can get long sleeve, short sleeve, sleeveless, you name it. Peplums are awesome. And again, it's an easy trend. It's very feminine and beautiful. And just make sure it hits you in the right spot. All right, next one, cold shoulder. I love this trend. I've always loved this trend. So years ago, oh my gosh, maybe 7 years ago or so, I had this assistant who I loved. And she used to always tell me I would put clients in a cold shoulder, which means that your shoulder is exposed. So it could be one shoulder's exposed. It could be both shoulders are exposed with fabric in between. It could be that there's cutouts for your shoulders, but some part of the shoulder is exposed, hence why it's cold shoulder. Your shoulder's cold while you're wearing it. So, but back to the story, I had this assistant and she would watch me put clients in cold shoulders and she always admired how they looked in it. She was always like, oh my gosh, they look so beautiful. But I could never wear that. And I challenged her on that. I was like, well, A, why do you think that you can never wear that? Because you can. And she found a couple cold shoulders and fell in love with them. And that was now her new signature look, was a cold shoulder top, whether it be cutouts at the shoulders and it was long sleeve or whether it was one shoulder exposed, but she fell in love with it. So that's just kind of a story to make us remember what we think we can and cannot wear may not actually be true. So be willing to experiment. Be willing to try it on. I have another client who has broad shoulders, and she never wanted to draw attention to her broad shoulders. So she would never wear a cold shoulder or anything or even a puffy sleeve, now that I think about it. And once she tried on a few, she realized that her shoulders were not the problem she had made them out to be all these years. So that is a trend I'm so excited that is back. I love it, love it, love it. I love like a great shirt that exposes both of your shoulders, like you pull it down past your shoulders. I love that look. I love one shoulder exposed. I love both. I love it all. So I'm a big fan of that trend. It's very flirty, very feminine. And you could dress it nice and make it look sophisticated and work appropriate as well. So it could be casual, it could be work, whatever. Okay, next one is the sweater dress. Another one that comes in and out of style, but I feel like this year, a lot of the designers have really nailed it with the sweater dress. They're fitted, flirty, different colors. There's some V-necks and crew necks and short and long and patterned and not patterned. So the sweater dress is awesome and I'm loving it. And you can find it all over. My only challenge with a good sweater dress is that sometimes you think, oh my gosh, it's so cold this morning. I want to cozy up in my sweater dress. And then in the afternoon, it gets warm and you're hot. So be careful of that when you wear a good sweater dress. I think that's an awesome, more of a winter trend, but it depends on the weight of the fabric. And you, are you someone who's cold all the time? A great sweater dress could be now. Or for me, I save it for really cold winter days. Okay, next up, wide leg pants. Oh my word. I have been waiting for this trend to come back for years. So I think I told my guy at Neiman Marcus this years ago. I was like, I'm so over the skinny jean. Everybody wants a skinny jean. Skinny jean, skinny jean. Because skinny jeans don't look great on everybody. If you have large hips and thighs, skinny jean is not the most flattering look for you. However, wide leg pants, which is this year's trend, looks great on anyone. So I don't care if you're a 6-foot model that's a size 00 or you're a size 22 with fuller hips. Wide leg pants are awesome. So one thing that they do really, really well is, and the trick that I use for styling clients is you want the eye to start at the top and kind of flow in a figure 8 all the way to your feet and up. And you don't want someone's eye or your eye, you don't want the eye to get stuck anywhere. So if it gets stuck on your hips, it gets stuck on your thighs, it gets stuck on your breasts, that's probably, there's something that you can tweak to make it look a little better. You want the eye to just flow. So I'm loving the wide leg pant movement trend this season because, again, it looks great on everybody. And they're doing it with jeans, with trousers, with athletic and athleisure. And it looks great with, I will say, if you're going to do the wide leg pants, make sure that you have something fitted on top. You don't want to mix flowy with flowy because that can tend to look frumpy. So if you're going to do wide on the bottom, do fitted on top. Or if you're going to do fitted on the bottom, do wider on top. So you kind of want to balance your figure. So with wide leg pants, you could throw on a fitted t-shirt with some jeans and look amazing. You could throw on a tank top, a shirt. You could throw it on with a cold shoulder top. You could throw it on with a sheer top. There's so many ways to mix and match these trends this year too, which I love. So wide leg pants, amen. I could not be more happy about that. Then let's get into colors. So there's so many colors. By the way, I'm not covering all the trends. Just to reiterate, I am covering the ones that I believe, as a stylist for over 21 years, are the most wearable for everyday average women. You can go buy this trend. It will look amazing on you. Great. So I don't want to hear comments that are like, oh, you missed this trend. I may have missed that trend because I didn't believe that it was great for all people. So just to say that. Okay, colors. There's so many colors that are out, and I'm only going to talk about the ones in which I think look great on most people, which is, I love that burgundy's back. I mean, the richness of berries in the fall is so inspiring. We had a client who came in today, and she bought a lot of purples and burgundies and raspberry colors, which, by the way, raspberry is my favorite color. So the berries are beautiful right now. And so a good burgundy red is so hot this year. It is back with a vengeance. I know you might say, well, red's always out. Yeah, but this year is bigger than normal. So lavender is a great shade for the fall this year, which I'm loving. Because I love lavender. It just inspires me. Different shades of blue are great this year. And let's see, those are mostly my favorites. While we're talking about color, I thought I would share. Most women wear beige and gray. And if you don't know this about me, I'm just going to tell you, those are my two most unfavored colors that you could wear. And let me tell you why. And I know a lot of the high-end designers, they love beige, and they have the most beautiful beige sweater or the most beautiful gray sweatshirt or sweater. I get it, and it's tempting, or a nice beige raincoat. So if you're a beige lover, that's fine. Let me just put my 2 cents in here. Why I don't love beige or gray is because it drowns people out. So if you put on beige and look in the mirror, chances are, unless you're really dark complected, it's not going to look great on you. And it tends to wash you out and drown you out. So I like more vibrant colors. I even like a good black and a good white, but beige and gray just aren't colors that have a good vibration to them. And they're not going to help you attract what you want to attract in the world. And you know, I'm all about the law of attraction, bringing forth what you want through your image and your brand. So I would opt for more of colors, with one exception. This year, brown is back, and caramel or camel is back, and I'm loving that. So that's just a shade or two darker than a beige, and it's richer, so it gives you that little extra pop that you might need so that it's not blending with your skin tone. And again, this is very general because I'm not sitting across the table from you looking at your complexion. You might look fantastic in a color I don't love, okay? I'm, again, just speaking generally in my experience over the years, this is what I see that works. But I am loving the caramel and chocolate brown colors. And if you don't like it near your face, wear it in a slack or a skirt, and they're just absolutely gorgeous, or a leather skirt, or booties. I love brown or camel or neutral booties or boots. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous look. So I hope that helps you incorporate my favorite and top trends that is hot for fall 2023. I should mention what year it is. And I hope that you'll be playful and go shopping and incorporate them into your wardrobe, even if it's 1 or 2 pieces, and get outside of your box, because who you were 5 years from now or 2 years from now is not who you are today. So you don't want to continue dressing the exact same as you do year after year after year, because you're not that same person. So be willing to reinvent your style, reinvent your first impression. And we're here to help you if that's the help that you need. And if you want these trends in a visual form, I have a couple options for you. We're going to put in the show notes. I created a fall trends guide that you can get for free. So you can just click on the link and get that straight to your email and start utilizing that. And then for the first time ever, I created something new this year. While I was doing the fall trends guide, I was picking out pictures of clothing that I was loving on people that would look great on most people for this email we're sending out. And I went overboard. I started getting so inspired by the trends and what I'm loving that I started creating all these links. And what it turned into at the end of this inspirational project was a companion guide to the fall friend, or the fall trend, not friend, although it's very friendly, to the fall trend guide. And what I did was I created a guide where there are clickable links. So I put it all in categories like we just talked about. And then I put my favorite pieces in those categories on this PDF that we'll send you. And you can click on it and it will take you directly to the store where you can put in your size and purchase it and have it at your doorstep a few short days later. So we couldn't have made fall shopping any simpler for you. And I'm so excited. I really hope you take advantage of this guide because it's life-changing. So these are actual pieces that we are buying for clients. We will buy for clients. I think look great on most women. I will say that these are mostly size 0 to 12, 14. So if you're in that size range and prices are, I don't know, maybe $50 and up. So there's some pieces that might be $300, $400 if they're real leather. And there's some tops that are in the $50 range, $60 range. So I hope that you find a piece or two or a wardrobe that is really useful and that you love it. So we're doing that. It's for a low investment of $49. You should know for us to do it for clients, it's thousands of dollars, but I really wanted to make this more accessible and easier for people to navigate the trends. So if we can be helpful in that way, we're going to be. So I hope you take advantage of it. I'll have the link in the show notes as well. And anyways, thanks for being with me today to talk about fall fashion trends. I can't wait to be with you next week. Enjoy your shopping and let us know how we can be helpful. And if you love this podcast, subscribe. Please give us a 5-star review and tell your friends. Thanks. Have a great day.